What's going on, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome to another Pokemon Showdown video. Alright, I started this game off with my Breloom. Most people don't expect to Scarf Breloom, so honestly you can catch a lot of people by surprise. He's got his lead Machamp. I love Machamp, but I hate this motherfucker. Watch, you'll see what I mean in the next few turns. So obviously since I'm Scarfed, I'm just looking for a super fast Spore at the beginning of this game, so I go out into my Archeops. I expect him to switch out, you know. I mean, his Machamp's at the mercy of whatever comes in. So I also expect him to switch out on this turn too, so I go for an Earthquake. He wakes up, and he goes for, I believe he goes for a Dynamic Punch, which is a Fighting Gym boosted, and it takes out my Archeops in one shot. I was so pissed off. I could not believe he stayed in. I was like, it defies all logic to stay in there. So, it just blew my mind, and he stayed in again. So I think this Machamp was just a suicide lead, and my over-predicting cost me my Archeops. I didn't think he would stay in. Nobody would think that, I think. So I'm all pissed off at the beginning of the game, like right at the beginning. So he goes out into his Politoed, and then he tries to bait me into the lightning attack. And I predict this. I do make a couple awesome predictions at the beginning. I go ahead and set him in agility. I hit him with a hidden power. If he didn't have a sash, this would have killed, and it would have been a world of hurt for the rest of his team because I was set up. I was in a good position. He goes for his own hidden power, probably Ice, and the problem with that is it puts me down to a range where Life Orb hit is going to kill me. But I make a prediction here too because I figured the Grass Knot's gonna kill anyway, so I figured he'd switch out to that. Totally kills off his Mamoswine in one shot, which is pretty good for me. I think that kind of makes up for the Archeops, but I'm still a little butthurt because Archeops is one of my favorite Pokemon. I wanted to do some work in this game. No dice. So I go to my Breloom. If he didn't know he was Scarfed to begin with, he sure as fuck knows he's Scarfed now. Because a Bullet Seed, like a stock Breloom, would never have a chance to outspeed that dude. So he brings in his Starmie, which now I also learn is Scarfed, much to the dismay of my Breloom. I should have switched there. I figured since he knew he was Scarfed and he came in with the Starmie, I should have switched. But you can see the rest of his remaining Pokemon are all weak to Lightning. Electric or whatever. So I know he's gonna switch. He wants to preserve his Scarfer, so I decided to set up a sub on the switch, which is very nice, very good for me. This right here, this play that's about to happen, made the match a little bit longer than it had to be. He lives my fucking Thunderbolt, and had that killed, this match would have been a little bit shorter because he goes for a Perish Song, so I'm gonna have to get out of there at some point. So I think he just leaves this thing in his death fodder now. Yeah, he's pretty much, I don't think he was running the Protect. If he was, he probably would have used it, so would have saved him some work there. So I'm not too happy right now. I mean, I'm sitting behind a sub, which is great, but he's gonna bring in his Vaporeon. He's gonna Protect stall me out, and I'm gonna have to switch, or unless I want to lose my Magnet Zone, and I sure as hell don't want to. So he goes for the Protect. Predictably, I go for a Thunderbolt. Hits this magical shield in front of his Pokemon that somehow negates all damage. Trying to think about it logically, that doesn't work. So he predicts me to switch out on this turn, and of course I'm going to. And he makes a great prediction, and it switches out with me. I guess it wasn't that crazy of a prediction. He probably expected me to go ahead and set up screens again. So I do that. And he goes for the Ice Beam. Since he's Scarfed, it's not going to be doing too much damage. Life Orb would have hurt a lot more. I set up a Light Screen, and now I'm a little less worried about this thing. His Vaporeon too, for that matter. All that thing is going to do is try to stall me out. So I go for the Recover, get myself back up to a pretty good base of health, and I know this Light Screen is going to be around for a while because I got the Light Clay. So I go to my Cinccino. What does he do? He goes for an Ice Beam. Oh, he's locked into it, obviously. So now I'm going to go for some Bullet Seed shenanigans, and that's going to hurt either of the two Pokemon that he brings in. So he goes into his Vaporeon, of course, because once again he wants to preserve his Scarfer. My Bullet Seed is going to do well over half. It's an easy 2-hit KO in all situations. He's going to protect stall, that is. Trying to get the Light Screen out of the way, but he's got a lot of turns to do, and I believe he only tries to go for Protect once here. I don't know. He could have gone for it twice. I don't know why he didn't. I guess he... Actually, I can't see any particular reason why he wouldn't attempt it. stalls out another turn, whatever. Because the Scarf is going to come back in. And I guess he was looking to get that Life Orb damage on me, but he still could have stalled it to, it was in the best interest of getting the light screen out of the way on top of my Life Orb damage the next turn when I inevitably took him out. So his Hydro Pump takes me out through the screen. I mean, it's base 120, rain boosted, stab. I mean, it's going to hit hard. So I still got the light screen up, thank God. And he goes for the Hydro Pump, takes a big chunk out of me, but I'm going to be able to finish him off with a Thunderbolt, thankfully. So that was a little scary. Scarf Starmie is awesome. I love Starmie. There's a reason why it's been in OU every single Pokemon game that's been out. That Pokemon is awesome, but Magnezone was saving the day in this one. I bring him in primarily to trap other steel types. That's why I got HP Fire on him. I've shown you guys in him in a previous video, I think. So anyways, a good game. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.